All right, we are at M&D Supply in Beaumont. Got my popcorn and soda, the only place in town you can get free soda and free popcorn when you walk in the door. No, that's why my mic's tucked under my arm, but
You're shaking.
we're ready to go. Frank Mahaney with M&D Supply in Beaumont. And Frank, winter's coming around, getting a little cooler weather. We're not using our equipment quite as much these days, so we want to winterize them. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're a person who doesn't mow year round, a lot of people do mow year round here in this area, but if you don't, take the precaution, you know, take the fuel, get all the fuel out of your mower, maybe a generator or what other small engines you might have. Start them up after you've drained the tank, get all the excess fuel out of it, and get it ready for storage. So that's always just a good thing to do, especially with the ethanol blends that we have in our fuels today. They're really hard on small engines.
Ethanol has been a problem, and it hardens up the lines, and you just don't want it sitting in those lines, I guess.
It does crazy things, especially a two-cycle engine. So especially if you have a two-cycle engine, a trimmer, a chainsaw, hedge trimmers, whatever they might be, if they're two cycles, yeah, you want to make sure that you do take care of those. Especially even if you just left the fuel in and say, well, I'm going to use it again in 2 or 3 months, that could be hazardous for it when you start it back up again. So you can check with us. We sell a lot of stuff to help protect against that, like these products here, like the Gunk, the Startron, the Stay-Bill, and even if you really hate those new fuel cans, those environmental cans that are hard to get fuel out of.
Right.
You can also get non-ethanol fuels in two blends.
Okay.
In the
pre-mixed blowers, weed eaters, and chainsaws.
Yeah, you can get it in 50-to-1 ratio or 40-to-1 ratio. A lot of people like this because, you know, the tanks on your trimmers and hedge trimmers are kind of small, so it doesn't take a lot of fuel to fill them up, and it's real convenient. You can keep one in the back of your truck, in your shed, stuff like that.
And what does the Stable do?
It's a stabilizer.
Yeah,
I mean exactly what it says. It's kind of like an ethanol killer. Okay, it takes and blends the fuel, keeps it, restores it if it's old, and makes your engines run a lot better too.
Okay.
Won't gum them up as bad.
Yeah, and you know, it's not cheap to have your stuff worked on, and some things people can do themselves. So talk a little about tune-ups for you.
Yeah, well, you can come to us, and we'd love to do it for you. We'll tune up your lawnmower, your hedge trimmers, anything you got. We'll repair most any small engine thing that we have. Labor rates aren't cheap, so we charge about $60 an hour. But if you want to avoid that, say, hey, look, I'm pretty good with my hands. I'm a good mechanic. We have all the equipment you need for most all Briggs & Stratton to come see Kohler engines. You can come over here. You can get your filters, your spark plugs, replace your blades. Maybe just get ready for the next season. So it's a good idea to do that too.
Okay, and we're running into the holidays. People are going to be climbing ladders, getting on, you know, they're just getting their yards ready for the holidays too. So pressure washers, things like that?
Yeah, pressure washers. A lot of people come in wanting to get cleaned up, spruced up for the holidays. Okay, we've got all the stuff also you need. A lot of people just want to use bleach. We've got blends that you can use that won't take the sheen off your paint. It'll do a good job of mildew blocking. And so when you come in here, come and ask one of us, and we'll tell you the right products to use to clean your homes.
All right, Frank Mahaney, they're M&D Supply here in Beaumont, and of course, be careful on those ladders hanging those Christmas lights this year.